after the mysterious Monokuma introduced himself as our headmaster and told us all that the only way off Jabberwock Island was to kill one another, we all decided to split up and investigate every inch of the island. Surely there had to be some way of escaping. Surely, if we looked hard enough. Chiaki and Nagito had split up to search the island hours ago and agreed to meet me back at the beach when they were finished. Sure enough, I spotted the two of them in the distance, returning to our meeting spot together.
Hey, Hajime!
Hey, Chiaki! That look on your face. Were you able to find a way off the island?
Well, no. But we did find something interesting. Something that might be able to help us.
That's right. Miss Unami had graciously allowed me to tag along as she investigated the hotel. And as luck would have it, my finger had happened to graze a hidden switch underneath a nearby countertop. And just like that, a hidden passage appeared.
That's great! What did you find inside? Some supplies? Maybe some hidden cameras? Did you find any clues that could help us beat Monokuma?
Well, not exactly. It's hard to explain. Maybe we should just show you.
Chiaki and Nagito explained to me what they found in the hidden area. I could scarcely believe it, but as they took me to the secret switch and opened up the doors, I could see it for myself. Everything they had told me was true. I thought this would answer my questions, but after revealing the secret room to me, I only had more. Whoa! Monokuma is here! This is bad!
Relax, Hajime. He's just a decoration. He can't hurt you. Although he does make the mood of the room a little weird. And some of the other decor just rubs me the wrong way.
What is this place? It looks like some kind of courtroom.
It's actually a game room. See? A round table, lots of different playing cards, dice and coins, and even miniature figures. Yep, it's definitely a game room.
Leave it to the ultimate gamer to discover a fantastic game room such as this.
I thought you discovered it, Nagito. And anyway, how is this supposed to help us? This isn't a situation for playing games.
Hajime, just because something is a game doesn't mean it isn't important, or that it can't help you with a problem. Take a look at this.
It's a bunch of cards with different pictures. But they aren't like regular poker cards. What are they for?
Take a look at how they're organized. Wouldn't you say the cards on the left have a good vibe to them?
Come to think of it, all the cards on the left are blue, and the cards on the right are pink. Monami is on the left, and there's a card called the Blackened on the right. Is this two different teams?
Brilliant deduction, Hajime. This isn't just a game room. It's a place where the forces of hope and despair can hone their shining talents and face off against each other in a game of trickery and deception. By coming here, you can assume the role of the Blackened, or one of their despairful cohorts, and truly put the forces of hope to the test. Even if it is just a game, the thrill of it all is almost too much.
I still don't see how this helps. And besides, aren't some of us and our classmates on these cards? And this deck over here has your picture on it too. This is all too weird.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to play with any cards that have my ugly face on them.
That's not the point.
Hajime, let's try thinking about it another way. Social deduction games are a good way to get to know someone in a fun way, right? When people play social deduction games, they can show you their quirks, how they react in certain situations. And if they decide to lie, then you can observe their behavior and learn from it. By getting to know everyone like this, we'll be that much more observant if someone tries to do something dangerous, or falls for one of Monokuma's tricks. Maybe.
I guess, but...
Let's think of it like this. If I tried to kill you outside this game, you'd only have one chance to stop me, right? But if I try to kill you here, you have lots of chances to stop me.
Don't say that so casually! But I suppose it makes sense when you put it like that. But how do you even play this game? It all looks really complicated.
Don't worry, Hajime. I'll give you a tutorial. Nagito, will you help out too?
It would be an honor, Miss Nanami. Let's begin another game of hope versus despair.
Dangan Werewolf is a social deduction game where one team, Hope, has to uncover and punish the Blackened hiding among them.
Likewise, the despair-sided Blacken has to remain hidden. They need to stay alive until they can kill a certain number of their peers, while also avoiding punishment in any class trials. Sound familiar?
The first thing we need to do to get set up is to pick our characters from these character decks in the corner.
Characters? I see. Well, this deck has us in it, and I think I'd feel weird being someone else. So I guess I'll just be myself.
Let's put ourselves on the table, and then fill up the empty seats with our other classmates. Don't worry, this is just a practice game. We'll invite them to play later on.
My card has a bunch of text on it, and it doesn't even tell me my talent either. I feel like this just got more complicated.
We can go over character abilities later. For now, we'll do a basic setup and play without any abilities or items. Just press this button here and you'll get your token out and set up the voting board.
Hey, it's toy versions of us.
You'll need these figures to secretly signal the headmaster at night.
The headmaster? Monokuma?
Me, actually. I'm running the game this time. In this game, the Blackened gets a point for each kill they make. If they get a certain number of points, and then avoid punishment in the final class trial, despair wins the game.
So, how are you supposed to stop them? If they're hidden, then all you can do is guess, right?
Well, that would be true, if Hope didn't have a bunch of roles on their side that can help them to figure it out. The alter ego card is the most important Hope-sided role. They can investigate other players to see if they appear on Hope or Despair. There are lots of different versions of the alter ego, but let's use the most powerful one this time.
Oh, so if they find someone on Despair, then they're the Blackened.
Not necessarily. The Blackened team has members too, and while they don't kill anyone, they still make the game more difficult for the side of Hope. Lying and misleading trials is how Despair wins the game after all.
Let's start an easy game and we'll show you how it all comes together. Let's say we have a full 10 players total, plus the headmaster who runs the game. For that, we need 6 Hope roles and 4 Despair roles. Hope always needs to have 2 more roles than Despair for the game to be balanced.
It's no good for Despair if the setup's too easy for them, and vice versa.
The most basic setup for Hope is 1 alter ego and 5 innocents. This is just a practice game after all.
As for Despair, the traitor is a must-have for any Blackened. They start the game knowing who you are, and as long as the Blackened wins, they don't even have to survive the end of the game to win. They'll gladly sacrifice themselves to save their Blackened. It's almost romantic. I'm picking 3 traitors.
Right.
Once the role deck is built, the role cards are dealt out randomly. These stay hidden during the game. Since we have characters and roles set up, and we're skipping items and abilities this time, the game can start. The game has a set schedule of different time periods: morning, midday, and night. Time flows from morning to midday, midday to night, and then back to morning. After the game is set up, we go straight to night 0. That's where roles first start waking up and performing actions. I'll be the headmaster this time, so just listen to me while I do the callouts. Everyone, please go to sleep. All traitors, please wake up. I will point out who your Blackened is. When you understand, go back to sleep. Alter ego, please wake up. Investigate another player. I will show you if they appear on Hope or Despair. White for Hope, black for Despair. When you understand, go back to sleep. Now the Blackened gets to attack. Blackened, please wake up and make your first attack. When you're done, go back to sleep. That's all the roles that need to wake up in this setup. So I'll wake everyone up for morning to reveal the victim of the first attack.
Masterfully done, Miss Nanami. I got chills.
Hey, I'm dying already? I didn't even get to do anything.
Relax, Hajime. The Blacken wouldn't kill someone outright on their first attack. Isn't it better to show their power by toying with their prey a bit? The first attack isn't lethal. It just lets you know that you're a potential target for next time.
That doesn't exactly make me feel better.
Sorry, Hajime. But like Nagito said, this is just an injury. The Blacken can't kill anyone right as the game starts. That would just feel bad.
Agreed.
From here, we go to midday. Normally items and abilities get played, but since we're skipping those for now, we go straight into day 1 discussion. I'll put 4 minutes on the timer, and players can talk about anything they want to.
I see. So, what am I supposed to talk about?
If you're a traitor, you could try saying something that signals you're blackened, that you're on their side. Or, if you're an innocent, you could observe others to see if you think they're lying.
You could also just have a little bit of fun. The game is just starting after all.
I could say something like, "Hey everyone, did you know that Hajime appears on Despair?" It's true. I investigated him, and his heart was full of such deep despair it made my stomach turn.
Hey, that's a complete lie. I'm just an innocent.
Is it a lie, Hajime? Or are you really a ruthless killer who's only feigning innocence?
I got attacked, remember? I can't attack myself.
Actually, the Blackened can choose to attack themselves in order to make a lie believable. It's risky, but it can be worth it. Maybe.
Well, the fact that I didn't know that just proves it.
My mistake then. I was only guessing anyway.
After the discussion is over, we go to night. More abilities and items can be played here, and then everyone goes back to sleep. Then, we do another round of wake-up rolls. Alter Ego gets another investigation, and the Blackened makes another attack. But this time, it's lethal. Whoever gets targeted will die in the morning.
Who could it be? I wonder.
Well, at least it wasn't me this time.
Hiyoko is dead, and the roll does not reveal. This means that the Blackened didn't kill the Alter Ego, which is good. There's even a chance that they might have killed their own traitor by accident. We won't know until we use logic to figure it out.
Is the fake blood really necessary?
Since someone died today, we don't have a midday discussion after midday items and abilities. Instead, we go to a class trial. Class trial items and abilities can be played here. And then we put another 4 minutes on the timer for a debate.
The class trial is to determine who should be voted for punishment. Whoever everyone decides to vote for will be killed. So, Hope has to try to vote for Despair. Despair has to try to mislead the trial so the Blackened can survive to kill again.
I feel like you're enjoying this too much.
After the debate is over, I'll give a second call for items and abilities, and then pull down the voting boards. Voting is secret, so just push the button that has the name of whoever you want to vote for.
Ah, the sight of a classmate pressed to death under 100 tons of weight. Such despair.
Unfortunately, they weren't the Blackened in this case, so the game continues by going on to nighttime. From there, the cycle keeps continuing until the Blackened wins, or gets punished.
I see. So Hope has to cooperate and find the Blackened, and the Despair team has to try and throw them off the scent. That's not too complicated.
Oh, you're getting the hang of it. In that case, why don't we make things a little more challenging?
Let's bring items and abilities into play. Using items and abilities, both Hope and Despair can turn the tide of battle by signaling to each other. gaining special investigations, or messing with other players.
Once you bring items and abilities into the mix, it starts feeling like a real battlefield.
Characters have abilities right on their card, so those are already set up at the start of the game. As for items, those are dealt at the start of the game to the player's hand. Everyone normally gets 2 item cards, and if they don't like what they got the first time, they can mulligan both of them to get 2 more cards. But only once. After that, they're stuck with what they have, so they should think before they do it.
Okay, I have my items, but I'm not sure how I should use them.
That's easy. Each item card is a description of what it does, and also shows bullets in the corner which tell you when they can be used.
Some cards can be used on their own, or in reaction to other things happening. Some special cards can even be used at any time. Just read the card carefully.
Am I allowed to give someone my item cards if I don't want them?
Not normally, but some cards have this special symbol on them. If item cards have this symbol, that means they can be passed face down to another player at any time. Always pass cards face down to hide what they are.
More pictures of us? This feels like an invasion of privacy. I suppose I'll play this.
That's Amigo Kuma. It lets you draw cards equal to the number of days on the day counter. Since it's only the first day, you only draw 1.
Oh, whoops. I guess I should have saved that for later.
That's alright. It's still just a practice round.
Hey Hajime,
What, going to lie about me again?
actually, I want to team up with you. I mean, you're on the side of hope after all. I have an item that lets me wake up at night and investigate someone to see if they're a traitor. But using it will make me a giant target for the Blackened. Do you happen to have something that can protect me?
Actually, I do. How did you know?
Call it a lucky guess. How about it, Hajime? I'll investigate someone if you protect me.
I suppose I can. Any information is good information, right?
Alright. I placed someone's yearbook to investigate for a traitor. Hajime, I hope you haven't changed your mind.
I haven't. I'll play Robo Justice on Nagito, so the Blackened won't be able to target him.
Alright. In addition to the alter ego investigation and the Blackened's attack, Nagito will wake up to do an investigation too. Everyone wake up. It looks like Akane was targeted by the Blackened. I'll give everyone 30 seconds to pass an item to them, or use an ability that could help them.
Oh, I get it! Hope can sometimes use items or abilities to mess with the Blackened's attack, right?
Yep. Some items can even negate an attack entirely, which is a huge gain for Hope. Unfortunately, I don't think that's happening this time. I don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't either.
Akane has died, and the role doesn't reveal.
Seriously, this just seems like overkill!
It's now midday, and midday items and abilities can be played. It looks like nobody is playing anything, so let's go to the class trial. Class trial items and abilities can now be played.
I'll play this.
Oh, that's a rare item. The Super Strategy Guide makes Nagito's vote count as 2 votes. I'll put 4 minutes on the timer.
Crap. If you can vote twice, then you can skew the votes any way you want.
Why are you panicking, Hajime? Everything's going exactly to plan.
How can you say that? I don't even know what role you are.
You never asked me. It's almost like you don't trust me.
Okay then, what role are you?
Glad you asked. I'm the alter ego. I did investigate you first, and saw you were on the side of Hope. But I decided to mess with you a little bit to make the Blackened think I was on their side.
Great. Glad I could be of use to you.
Anyway, I found out who the Blackened is. All we need to do is vote them out here and now.
How can you be so sure?
Well, I just so happened to investigate Fuyahiko as both alter ego and with someone's yearbook. They appeared as despair, but did not appear as the traitor. And if that's the case...
Then they can only be the Blackened.
Fuyahiko has been voted to be punished. Did you make the right choice? They're role reveals.
Hey, we got the blackened! That means we win, right?
Yep. The game is over and Hope Side wins. Everyone reveal your role cards.
I see. So Nagito really was the alter ego that round. I guess I just got lucky that someone who knew how to play got a powerful role.
Innocents can be just as useful as power roles. They just need to use their heads a little more, as opposed to using flashy abilities. Although, that is pretty entertaining to watch.
When you get more used to how the game flows, you can start adding additional power roles in the place of traitors or innocents. You can give Hope a little more power by adding a Togami VIP, who gives item cards to other players, or the Ultimate Hope, who can get extra information when other players die.
Ultimate Despair wants to get punished in a trial, but that also causes trouble for Hope. Not only does it cause them to vote incorrectly, but no Hope-sided roles will wake up that night. That means no alter ego investigations for a night.
There's a ton of different roles to choose from that can really mix things up. Some Hope roles can actually appear on Despair, even though they're still on the side of Hope and vice versa.
And debates can get pretty heated in real games. Everyone arguing against each other, lying and deceiving, trying to figure out the mystery of their fallen classmates. I truly am lucky to bear witness to such sights.
Hey, what about these extra items over here that we didn't use? And what are diseases?
Those are more advanced items that can make the game even more complicated. Maybe I'll go over those with you after you've played a few games. For now, play with what you've learned so far. And maybe we can even find more people to play with, not just our own classmates.
That would be nice.
Shall we get the others to play a few more rounds?
And so, we gathered everyone in the secret room and played this odd game far into the night. After a while, everyone seemed to really be getting into it. Everyone was smiling and laughing. It was like their worries melted away. People got heated at times, arguing and lying amongst each other. But even so, at the end of every round, no matter who won, everyone had fun admiring clever plays, logical maneuvers, and lucky item draws. Some games were completely one-sided, and some games were so close that sides only ended up winning due to complete chance. It quickly became our favorite activity on Jabberwock Island. And as time passed, it became clear that nobody was interested in the killing game anymore. But who put this all here? And for what purpose? Whoever made this game knew a lot about us, but they seemed to have some kind of twisted sense of humor. What even was a remnant of despair? It sounded made up. Whatever the circumstances, the game brought us all together. I didn't feel like such an outcast anymore. That's what you wanted from everyone from the start, wasn't it? For all of us to get along. Thank you, Chiaki.
And that's how it is. Nobody seems to be going along with the killing game, and I'm having a lot of fun. But this still isn't ideal. The original plan is impossible now. Probably. What should I do?
Keep everyone together as best as you can. If you can buy us time, we can eventually get rid of Monokuma. Just hang in there.
Right. I'll do my best. And tell Big Brother I'm cheering for him too. Alright?
I will.